Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today, checking out more Anchorage that I picked up on Tavor. Anchorage, a brewery that's been around for a long time, doing amazing stuff. Kind of, they've kind of had a renaissance as of late with a lot of new school stuff being done, like a lot of hazy IPAs and crazy stouts, and they're just doing great. If you don't know, Anchorage is a brewery to check out, that's for sure. One of the kind of old money brewers, kind of, if you want to say it like that. Gabe was originally at Midnight Sun doing some crazy stuff. Arctic Devil and M and Treat and those kind of beers were some stuff that I got very fired up about back in the day. So this is a really cool sounding beer. This is a mixed fermentation sour beer aged in Chardonnay barrels for 2 years. This is Just Slip Away. This is conditioned on mango, tangerine, and guava, and it's 8.5%. And so far, the beers I've had that's been, aged in wine barrels from Anchorage, and then, spontaneously or mixed fermented with different cultures, have been really good. And I think we tried, what's it called? Yes, it was called Scream, the one with Hexcat berries, or Hescat berries, which was really cool, really unique. I think that was probably my favorite so far, but this one also sounds really good. It's quite strong though, but we'll see how it is. Pour is a very nice color, lightly hazy golden yellow. That looks beautiful. I think it's mostly chill haze. There's a bit of haze in there, but otherwise that's a beautiful beer. Head died down quite quickly, but what was there was very white. Let's check out the aroma. Oh yeah, really guava. Like, yeah, heavy on guava, and there's definitely a good, like a really good kick of like dry grape must and grape skin. I was like, from a distance, it smelled more funky than just diving my nose straight in there. But there is a little bit of a musty kind of funkiness, almost like a musty kind of funky grape. I'm really impressed how much this Chardonnay barrel really shines. There's loads of Chardonnay. I don't know so much about the mango and tangerine. For me, it's really like a huge guava aroma. It's very much towards the line, something along the lines of Incantation, the tropical fruited, like mixed firm sour they did. I think it was also Chardonnay barrels. It's very much similar to that, and I think it's just mainly because it's guava. I'm also getting more mango as it's warming a little bit in the glass. It's still fairly cold. I took it out of the fridge and let it warm for a bit because usually I don't like to drink these mixed firm or spontaneous fermented or lambic inspired beers and whatnot, or just like American wild ales really cold, because some of the funk and complexity is hidden a bit. There's also like a wheaty breadiness to it. It smells a little bit sweet, but really nice guava and like funky note and like that musty, grapey vinous note. But yeah, it reminds me of something along the lines of Incantation, but it smells really good. Let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Like more sour than I expected. It just smelled more like it smells a bit less sour. Definitely towards something along the lines of Incantation, but it's sweeter. It's a little bit sweeter. Usually, I don't like sweetness in my sour beers. I don't think this is too much though. It's like almost bordering on going into something like a sweeter dessert wine, but not being like crazy sweet. If you say funky dessert wine, it kind of reminds me of, in terms of like sweetness and like grape character and Vigne's white wine character, of something along the lines of Tommy Chef's Blancs. Just maybe a little bit more tropical, of course, because of the fruits. But it's really, sorry, no charge. It's really reminding me of something like that. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the tangerine now. Well, the big player is definitely guava. Guava is huge on it, and like a sweet overripe mango thing. But loads of really cool Chardonnay flavor, like funky, musty kind of Chardonnay and drying woody oak. Not really vanilla. Maybe a touch on the aftertaste. Not a ton of it, but a little bit. Like, this is really good. I think Anchorage does some awesome like mixed firm and sour style beers, whatever, lambic inspired beer, whatever you want, American wild ale. I think they just call it a sour ale themselves. It's a catch-all term, you know, but for what they do, like with barrel aging and all this, I think, you know, it's pretty impressive. You know, it's not just a sour ale. I suppose also because they use mixed cultures and all this. But sour ale is just a catch-all term for this stuff. It's really good. I don't think it's like, I still think I preferred Scream. That's still probably my favorite of these. And I think also preferred Incantation a little bit over this, just because it's a tad sweeter. But it's still really good. It's like mildly funky, medium funky on the flavor. It's not like lambic type funk, but there's definitely a nice funkiness. And again, it's like a musty grape thing. And like it's got like tannic grape skin, lots of Chardonnay flavor, lots of drying oak, which is what really balances out the sweetness. And then like huge guava, like so much. I'm not getting too much of Tangerine, but there is a bit of sweet mango. It's a very nice beer. There's also like a little bit of a crusty breadness, almost like a hay, like wheaty, kind of slightly doughy, malty thing. But it's really good. Like it's more or less, maybe a little less strong, but more or less what I want in like sour beers nowadays. You know, like complex barrel character, some different fruits and funk. I love it. That's how I really enjoy my sour beers, if we call them sour beers. And that's probably also why I am such a big fanatic when it comes to these kind of stuff of lambic. It's just usually, you know, my jam if I'm drinking beers that are sour. But that being said, the kettle sour, the Guava I just had before this was awesome, just because it was so dry and crisp and refreshing. But this is really good, and it's also really refreshing, really easy drinkable, also for its ABV. Just another really nice Anchorage beer, but not my favorite of their newer sour beers so far. But we got a few coming. I still have Freya, which is a bourbon barrel aged Baltic porter dry, and Gutted, which is a bourbon barrel aged Belgian strong dark ale, which will be really fun. And also, lastly, Sent by Liars. We'll get to those eventually. We have a lot of beer to go through in the cellar at the moment, loads. So, but this is really good. I'm thinking like a 92, 93, probably 92. It's pretty good. 93. I guess I'd score it a little bit similar to the Guava and Lime Goza from Weltworks. That one is a bit more drinkable than this, but this is a bit more complexity and still tastes great. So yeah, very nice. But those other ones were a little bit more unique and also had a little bit more, you know, outstanding fruit characters of the different fruits in there without, again, being just like crazy smoothie beers. But yeah, this is really good. So if you guys had a chance to try Just Slip Away from Anchorage, a mango and tangerine and guava mixed fermentation sour ale aged in Chardonnay barrels, let me know what you thought of it. Very nice stuff. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.